Before Elon Musk, before Rockefeller, before Bezos, there was a king whose gold could drown nations and whose wisdom lit the world. This is the story of Mansa Musa, the richest man in history. A black emperor who gave away so much gold. He crashed Egypt's economy with kindness. From the sun-scorched mines of Mali to the marble halls of Cairo, from scholars in Timbuktu to maps in Europe, his legacy is carved in gold, wisdom, and power. If forgotten empires fire your soul, bell subscribe, like, speech drop your favorite scene below. Share with every dreamer. Footprints follow for more African giants reborn. This isn't just history. This is heritage reborn. In the 14th century, the Mali Empire stretched across West Africa, a land of golden riches and ancient wisdom. At its helm stood Mansa Musa, the Lion of Mali, a king whose wealth and power would become the stuff of legend. Born into a royal lineage beneath the watchful gaze of baobab trees that stood like silent sentinels along the Niger River, Mansa Musa was groomed for greatness from a young age. He was intelligent, brave, and charismatic, with a thirst for knowledge and a heart full of ambition. He was no soldier, no mystic, just a prince with quiet eyes and a restless mind. Then fate struck. In 1312, Emperor Abu Bakr II, Musa's predecessor, sailed west across the Atlantic, chasing the edge of the world in a fleet of 2,000 ships. He never returned. Musa, his trusted deputy, was crowned Mansa, King of Kings. The Mali Empire was already mighty. Under Musa, it became a myth. This black lord is called Musmeli, the richest and noblest of all these lands. Catalan Atlas, 1375. This lord is the most powerful, the richest, the most fortunate lord of a great empire, Ibn Battuta. When he ascended to the throne beneath a canopy of indigo and gold, Mansa Musa set out to expand his empire, conquering neighboring kingdoms and securing the lucrative trans-Saharan trade routes. But his true passion was not conquest, it was building a legacy. Mali sat on rivers of gold. Salt caravans crossed the Sahara like white rivers flowing north. Mansa Musa ruled not with iron but with balance. Sharia courts in the morning, ancestral rites at dusk. Mercy for the weak, steel for the greedy. He built cities, fortified borders, ruled with justice. His court was a blend of Islamic scholarship and African tradition. He was devout but not dogmatic, powerful but not cruel. Gold was as common as dust in Mali, Arab chroniclers. In his land, gold grows like grass, Al-Umari. Gold was as common as dust in Mali. The earth itself seemed to weep liquid sunlight. Miners sang as they panned the rivers, their songs rising with the steam of the midday sun. Children played with gold nuggets the size of quail eggs. In the royal treasury, gold bars were stacked like firewood. But Musa saw beyond wealth. He saw power in knowledge, strength in faith, immortality in legacy. And then, in 1324, Mansa Musa embarked on a journey that would cement his legend. Pilgrimage to Mecca was a spectacle of opulence, not just a journey but a declaration. He gave gold to every beggar, scholar, and mosque, so much that the price of gold collapsed. Inflation lasted 12 years. Egypt's sultans stared in stunned silence as a black king outshone their treasuries. In Cairo, he distributed 50,000 dinars in a single day. Goldsmiths wept, merchants panicked. The Nile itself seemed to turn golden. He flooded the city with beneficence until gold became cheap. Egyptian records. The man who crashed Egypt's economy with generosity. Generosity was so extravagant that it caused a gold rush, flooding the markets of Cairo and sending the economy into chaos. For a decade, gold lost its value in the Mediterranean. European merchants wrote home in disbelief. A king from the south has made gold worthless. But Musa did not give to destroy. He gave to elevate, to connect, to prove that Africa was the center, not the edge. On that day, Cairo stopped. The Mamluk Sultan al-Nasir Muhammad invited Musa to his palace. For 7 days they feasted. For 7 nights they spoke of faith, trade, and destiny. When Musa departed, he left behind 100 camels, each carrying 300 pounds of gold as a gift to the city. But he took something greater, respect. He returned not with empty hands, but with minds. He invited scholars and artists from across the Islamic world to settle in Mali. He invested in education, not as charity, but as strategy. The University of Sankore became a beacon of learning, attracting students from as far as Spain and Egypt. 30,000 students studied mathematics, astronomy, medicine, law, and poetry. Manuscripts were worth more than gold, copied by hand, bound in leather, illuminated with gold leaf. Let gold build walls, but let wisdom build empires. Mansa Musa. I found in Timbuktu the most beautiful libraries. Leo Africanus. He built the Jingreber Mosque, a masterpiece of Sudano-Sahelian architecture, still standing, still praying. Its minaret rose like a golden spear into the heavens. Its halls echoed with prayer, debate, and song. Mansa Musa's greatest achievement was transforming Timbuktu into a city of wonder, a crossroads of commerce and culture. Caravans from North Africa, Europe, and the Middle East converged here. Salt from the north, gold from the south, ideas from everywhere. They called it the city of 333 saints, not for miracles but for knowledge. Every scholar was a saint, every book a relic. Timbuktu was not just a city, it was a library with a heartbeat. Mansa Musa died around 1337. His son Magha succeeded him, but the empire fractured. Rival kings rose, trade routes shifted, the sun dimmed. His name burned into eternity. He made Mali known to the world, not with war, but with wealth. The richest man who ever lived was African, and the wisest thing he ever did was give it all away. The first time, Europe saw Africa not as a dark continent but as a golden empire. Mansa Musa put Mali on the map, literally. Mansa Musa's reign was a golden age, a time of peace, prosperity, and cultural flowering. His legacy would endure for centuries, inspiring generations to come. He didn't conquer with armies, he conquered with vision. He didn't hoard wealth, he weaponized generosity. He didn't just rule an empire, he proved Africa was the center, not the edge. He built with gold, he ruled with faith, he lived with purpose. Mansa Musa didn't leave treasures in vaults, he left them in mines, mosques, and maps. The Lion of Mali may be gone, but his roar still echoes through the ages. He ruled with wisdom, he gave with abundance, he built with vision. If this story stirred your blood, subscribe, more African legends rising. Like to keep the flame alive. Speech comment, what would you do with Musa's gold? Share, let the world remember. Footprints follow the ancestors' footsteps. History forgets kings, but legends, they rewrite the stars. The Brave Archive.